Hi, it's Betty Lou. Good afternoon. Of Reboot at 80 from sunny 70-degree Vlore, Albania. But the temperature is dropping fast. It's late in the afternoon. So I've been here 6 weeks, almost 6 weeks in a couple of days, probably. And I still don't have an apartment. I have my little temporary apartment, which is working out okay, but I'm going to have to leave here. I'd like to leave here November 1st if I could find a place, which is what I want to discuss with you today. There are a few things, there are a few obstacles. So let's get on the bicycle, take a little ride around the city, well, down the boulevard, and I'll tell you what's going on. Ready? Let's go. Before I left Los Angeles, I must have watched what seemed like hundreds of videos about housing in Vlore, Albania, especially regarding where to live and how much to pay and what I could expect. Being one person, I knew I did not want a big place. Location has always been the most important thing for me anyway. I actually thought I would waltz into a €300 a month apartment and live happily ever after making videos. I also knew I was going to use a bicycle as my local transportation. There is somewhat of a bike culture here, so that was a realistic expectation. Fairly soon after arriving, I figured out about where I wanted to live. Vlore is smallish. Every neighborhood has their own markets and services, and it's also very easy to get around. There are so many smaller-sized supermarkets everywhere. Each one varies slightly depending on the area. Food shopping was going to be pretty easy wherever I landed. The actual apartment hunt has proven a bit more difficult. The main housing is large blocks of apartments, which is not my personal preference. I also knew there were power cuts. I do not want to live on a high floor where I am always dependent on an elevator. Since I may not have a choice in the matter, I compromise within myself. If it's a big building block, a low floor would be acceptable. At least all of these apartments do have balconies, which came as a welcome relief from complete indoor living. True, my financial parameters are somewhat low, somewhere between 300 and 400 euros a month, and that excludes utilities. By the way, none of these places have heat, and I don't think much insulation either. Up until very recently, I did not think my few deal breakers were going to be a problem. What is available is too much money or life on a high floor. I may be able to stay here in my temporary apartment for another month without signing a contract. Signing a contract here is 3 months' rent plus an additional month's rent if you use an agent. That would be perfectly acceptable if there was any chance of getting any money back at the end. I'll leave it at that. Meanwhile, I have looked at one apartment that I was ready to take, and the owner told my agent there was a new price. It was originally $300 a month, but had jumped to $450 per month. Do I have to say I walked away? Okay, we're home now. I hope this experience will help any other rebooters If anyone has any questions or any ideas on what they want to know or want to see, just let me know. I'm here for you. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you on Saturday. Bye.